Welcome everyone to the press conference after the game between the Hannover Indians and the Tilburg Toppers. It was an absolute overtime thriller. It was a away sieg for the Hannover Indians, a 6-5 overtime win. Next to me, both coaches, Raphael Joly and Danny Albrecht. Raf, congratulations on the victory. What are your thoughts on today's game?
I thought it was a high-speed game. So it's the first time we play a team that has that much quality. I really liked our start of the game. I thought we were really crisp, and then they scored that one goal, and then we stopped playing, and then they outworked us, outbattled us the last 10 minutes of the first period. And then after talking to them, we wanted to go back to our game. It's the first time that we were behind in this season, so it's a lot of good stuff this game, and it's a lot of ups and downs, and we always found a way to I like the seconds because we didn't give up. We came out flying, and we scored 2 big goals. And then we had a new game kind of going, and then in the third, we scored a big goal, and the only thing that I disapprove is that at the end there's a high stick and the guy's bleeding. You're allowed to review that. Everybody makes mistakes, and it should have been at least a review. But we found a way to, in overtime can go both ways. They had a couple of chances, we had a couple of chances, and then we end up with a point. But I thought we had a game honest game as a team. We made mistakes, and like I say to my guys, if we play honest, sometimes those good bounces comes back to us. And we got the win on the road, which is a positive thing. But we got to enjoy this today, and then go back home, and then get ready for the next game.
As Mr. Joly said, it was one that could have gone both ways. How do you feel about this one, Danny?
Congrats, Rafa, on the 2 points. I think Rafa said it the right way. They started pretty hard and pretty good. After the first goal, I think we had a little bit more momentum and a little bit more confidence, because at the start we had too many turnovers and too many, where we didn't get the pucks out in the D zone. And second period, start was not good. Like right away, 30 seconds in, and then 3 or 4 minutes after. So we got to work on our momentums, that we're hot from the start, and not that we need a goal against that. We're gonna get on fire. And then I do think third period we played really well. There was a bad shot from the outside and a PK goal, but on the other hand, the guys worked their balls off today to get that goals up front, because it wasn't easy. Their goalie did a good performance. You could see it in the overtime, 2-on-0, 2-on-1, 3-on-1, and that was the difference then on the 2 points.
Yeah. And are you happy with the overall intensity and discipline of your team today?
Yeah, discipline. We didn't do much stupid penalties and stuff. For sure, discipline in the way that we move pucks better and don't have that much turnover. But on the other hand, we fight it back all the time, and I was happy with this.
And of course, you had a lot of new forwards coming in for this year. And how did you bring it all together? Because, well, today it was quite productive.
We're still in the process of Grupp is his first game back. I kept him out because he had a little injury, and we didn't want to take a risk, so he was not there. So this is the first time we really are lined up together where we have our 4 lines. But we got 9 new forwards up front, so we knew that it's going to take time to find each other, and but we have a lot of quality, and it's just about playing the right way, every line buying in, and the guys are bought in. I like their energy. They fight together. They have every game we learn something, and today it's a great game for it. Against top teams, you make one bad mistakes, and then it's in the back of your net. These are stuff that we want to keep growing. This is with a new team. You got to still get to know your players too, but I think we did a really good job this summer of finding the right guys, and we have a lot of guys that when we try to recruit guys, we wanted guys with good characters. So we take guys that does stuff for the team. They always have good personality, good character. They're not selfish, and so I'm pretty sure we'll be a really tight group because you have the right characters in this room, and it's just about finding each other game after game and getting better game after game.
And of course, coming into this one, the Hannover Indians were the team who allowed the fewest goals so far this season. What was your tactical approach trying to break down that defense?
The problem is we tried to have our F3 a little bit higher because we knew that, first of all, they jump in on rushes, and on the other hand, give our speedy forwards a little bit more room down low, because a lot of times they break down or they end the play in the corners, and we try to spread that up a little bit. And on the other hand, it's always what the opponent gives you, and Rafa's team didn't give us much. But on the other hand, for sure, we had some breakdowns where we got on scoreboard.
And final question, Raf, what was the biggest challenge that you had to overcome to beat Danny's strategy?
Well, it's just to stay on it, and it's a short memory stuff, you know. Like it's like the first period, they're up 2-0. We go in the room, we got to go back to our game. Like you don't have time to think too much, and you don't have time to be, you know. We make a bad mistake there where our D is going down, and they get a 2-on-1, they score, you know. But you know, we got to keep playing. You know, it's like I said, it's a process. Like I said, it's nothing too much difference, but you know, we learn like this, like from these games. I think for Danny and for me is these games you get a lot of good stuff you can work with, you know, to build a team and to get your team to play better. And it's still early in the season. Like I don't like now every team plays a little bit different, but after Christmas that's where you see really where you're at, so.
Well, of course, after today's game, the Hannover Indians are ranked first in the Oberliga-Nord. It is still early on in the season, but I can imagine how it feels pretty good now. But anyway, that was it for today's broadcast. Upcoming games will be for the Hannover Indians a home game against the Füchse Duisburg, and of course for the Tilburg Toppers an away game against the Hammer Eisbären. We thank you all for tuning in today. It was live from the IJsportcentrum Stapelgoor. We see you next time. Gute Heimreise. Ja, bis nächstes Mal.